We begin with news we broke earlier today and have been updating throughout the day. An integral part of the South Alabama football program, a new on-campus stadium, is a vote away from reality.
We have team coverage tonight on this exciting news for the football program and the potential hurdles ahead.
Let's start our coverage tonight with NBC 15's Cassie Fambro, who is standing by live on South's campus. Cassie?
Greg, we're actually standing on the future site of an on-campus stadium. It's the biggest announcement in USA football history, something that the team and people on campus have wanted since the team was founded in 2009, becoming a reality instead of just a dream. South Alabama's football program might be young, just 9 years old, but they've already been bowling and celebrated dozens of wins. Now they're prepared to celebrate another huge milestone.
We're progressive. I think it screams we are in the game for real and taking tremendous steps to where we want to get to.
That milestone is an on-campus stadium, as seen in these renderings of what it will look like once it happens. The South Alabama Board of Trustees proposed a resolution today that will allow contracts to be drawn up for the stadium. The goal? Playing ball on Old Shell Road, fall of 2020. That project will cost $72 million, paid for by donors, local municipalities, athletic programs, and other funding sources, but not by students.
This football stadium will not be funded by academic dollars, tuition, or fees.
Students tell us they're thrilled.
It's been a long time coming. We've all been waiting for it. You know, the drive to Ladd Peebles is quite a bit, so I know everyone on campus is extremely excited.
And football players are ready to hit the turf at the new stadium too.
Very excited. You know, you look at everything and see how far everybody's come, and you know, it's promising, and I love it.
Many considering it a win-win for JAG football's future.
This is good for the university. It's good for student life. But I will tell you that the members of the town council and the county commission that we've talked to feel it's good for the community. So this is a win-win project for everyone.
Now the USA Board of Trustees meets for their formal meeting tomorrow afternoon, and that is when they will officially vote on this resolution that they discussed today and make headway toward an on-campus stadium at the University of South Alabama. For now, reporting in Mobile, I'm Cassie Fambro for NBC 15 News.
Cassie, thank you. Our team coverage continues tonight with Sports Director Lance Crawford.
Lance, the big question tonight, how will they pay for this shiny new stadium?
That's right. There's still the money issue to work through, Greg. The university says, quote, it is committed to the funding for the stadium and the resulting debt service and bonded indebtedness incurred to construct the stadium will come from a combination of the athletic department funds, auxiliary enterprises, plus private and public funding. Now, auxiliary enterprises includes things like food service profits, housing, and bookstore profits. Private funding might mean boosters and someone contributing. And of course, the big one is the public funding. The university is counting on both the city and the county of Mobile helping considerably with servicing the debt. In other words, making the principal and interest payments.
The public part is critical, and you know, without the commitment on the public side, then it's likely that this can't move forward. But it would have to be some sort of combination of public-private funding, including private donors, including the city, county.
Now for the good news, I've been told by someone close to the negotiations that they are very confident the city and the county will come through, but the issue still has to be voted on. Coming up later in sports, Jaguars head football coach Steve Campbell brings up a good point about what an on-campus stadium would mean for the program.
All right, Lance, thank you. To put in perspective the cost, the Ladd Peebles cost $10 million to construct. There have been several millions of dollars worth of renovations over the years. The stadium was built in 1948. It was originally paid for with private funding from a local banker wishing to create a permanent honor to his mentor, Ernest Ladd, who was a local banking magnate. This past January, former Senior Bowl Executive Director Phil Savage was vocal about the stadium, arguing the Senior Bowl needs a new or at least renovated venue.
I'm talking about finding a venue that our game and this event is deserving of having. Guys, it's an A+ event. And I hope people recognize that.
The Senior Bowl isn't the only bowl game that puts Mobile on the map either. The Dollar General Bowl also brings big bucks to the local economy and is hosted at Ladd.
We looked at 3 football stadiums, all recently built from the ground up at schools about the same size as USA. Tulane's Ullman Stadium, the school, is very similar to South Alabama. It took 18 months to build that stadium. Construction cost about $75 million. It seats about 25,000. University of North Carolina, Charlotte. The 49ers now play ball at Jerry Richardson Stadium. It was built 5 years ago with a price tag of $45 million. It holds just over 15,000 fans. Back in 2011, Florida Atlantic University built its stadium for $70 million. That stadium holds about 30,000 fans. And we did some more digging, and according to the Florida Department of Tourism, the economic impact of a home game at Florida Atlantic is $1.7 million.
South Alabama's new head coach, Steve Campbell, said today an on-campus stadium is the missing piece for recruiting. Many of you contacted our Your Voice hotline tonight following our breaking news coverage to voice your thoughts on the project.
I think it's a waste of money for that new stadium. The city's always begging for money every time you turn around. What do they need to throw money away on that for?
I think the new stadium will be great. We have a little granddaughter that's a cheerleader there. And I do not particularly like going to Lade Stadium because of the area.
I just want to say I think it's awesome that South Alabama's building a football stadium. I think that they'll draw a lot of people, and it's just exciting.
Let your voice be heard. Call our hotline right now at 855-VOICE-15 or send us your video comments to burst.com/mynbc15. Give us your first name and where you're calling from. You may hear your voice right here on NBC 15.